Hey traders, hello and welcome to another edition of Crypto Lab with Alex, featured by Trading Analysis. As usual, we're going to go over a little bit of a macro, and then we will switch to cryptos. We're going to look some metals as well, and as usual, you can type in your comments or your cryptos that you would like to see, which I will look for you at the end of the planned view of the macro and Bitcoin and Ether. So let's start. Let me just glare a screen for you. We're going to start from the 10-year yields, one of the things that we track usually as regards of the potential move on the upside and a change in a Fed policy regarding the interest rates and tapering. So in that respect, we are still tracking this potential five-way move down. Five-way move up, sorry. And if you look, this relation between this wave potential A down in B, up in C, measured move or equality comes around 2.016, which is exactly next level of the resistance. We stopped here, as you can see, on this 1.714, which naturally plays as a previous high resistance. We bounced lower from there, and I think this is just a small correction in the wave 3. We're going to maybe spend some time here consolidating around this 1.5, and then we will continue most likely to touch this 2% level, from where we have to look what is going to happen next. Any break of these levels on the upside will put rates even go higher to the next resistance levels, which comes around 3.2, and that will actually change this wave count into a more bullish one in the years to come. So this will be the key levels which we have to look in the next couple of weeks. What is going to happen on 2%. Also, we have a Fed meeting ahead. I think I didn't look the date. I think next one is in December. And also, Jerome Powell is actually finishes its mandates around, I think, February 2022. So this will be interesting. He will keep its post as a Fed chair, or we will see a new Fed member. I think Joe Biden still, and Democrats still didn't announce anything on that part. So that will be also one of the things interesting to see. Let's move on a European situation. We usually look as a benchmark for the Europe 10-year Bund, which is a German equivalent of the US 10-year yields. This is just a price chart. It's inverted of yields because they work inversely. As the price move down, yields move up, just because the clarity on the wave count is a little bit clearer than when you look yields. Still, I think this is some part of a wave 4, and I will expect after maybe somewhere in 2022, this will stop in some type of probably complex corrections. Yields might move a little bit more higher, and then we will see another deflationary leg on the upside, which will be actually completing this cycle from the lows of 2018, where we have seen the financial crisis regarding the mortgage-backed securities. So I'm still gonna stay within the bullish wave count on price, which means that this is just a consolidation, and we are after some time continue higher with the higher secular forces instead of this cyclical inflationary move on the upside. If we look the dollar, situation is pretty much unchanged. So dollar index is moving sideways. I think we are in some type of a potentially a triangle here. I'm still going to look up for the dollar as long as we hold the support levels around 93.60, 93.50. So I still think we are in some type of a wave 4, and that we are going to see one more leg on the upside until end of November, December 2021, which actually I have labeled here as a wave C. From the COVID crisis at 2020, we look dollar in a 5-way move lower with a small truncation here, which means that the first leg is actually over. And I will look in 2022, 2023 dollar to show some signs of weakness and actually move lower towards the 80 level, which will be actually equality on the higher time frame between this leg and the next leg on the downside. So I'm still going to stay mid-term bullish US dollar. Some of the two levels that we are looking for typical wave A through B to C projections is around 96.25, and in extreme level, which is relatively rare if you look the relation between A and C, might come to 1618, which is around 99.13. So I have to see a nice 5-way move down, breaking these two major important support levels, small pullback, and then a continuation from somewhere around, as I said, New Year. Well, I will start to become increasingly bearish on the US dollar for one more leg lower, down to this 81.80 level, which will actually be the second leg in this wave A, up in B and down in C. In that respect, we also have to look some of the metals. We are tracking gold here. So I have gold as a triangle. So I think gold is definitely in some type of a consolidation. This triangle is still ongoing affair. I think it's going to last a month or two until, let's say, December or maybe even close to New Year, from where, if this triangle keeps going sideways, we might see a new attempt for a new highs in gold, which I think definitely will come. Some of the alternate moves in gold might be that we might switch one more move lower, but still that will be a corrective move, and for that we need to actually penetrate these very strong levels at 1670, and therefore this kind of a strong support here and three waves in all of these legs is still keeping me on track for a possible triangle and a post-triangle thrust higher. So we're going to continue to track gold in that manner. For now, this wave count works. There is no need to change it for now. So maybe a little bit more higher, and then reversal in E wave, and then some confirmation in a 5 waves on a smaller time frame, pullback, and off we go, and maybe reach some 2,200 to 2,500 levels in 2022-23. Same situation is with silver. So silver is still following our path here. We still think most likely silver is not done here. We don't see a 5-way move on the upside on silver. This is a very big consolidation, almost year and a half. So I think we have most likely one more leg down to complete this C wave in this diagonal manner, as you can see, and I will look this to be a regular flat, which is pretty rare in the Elliott wave world. Maybe we're gonna touch one more this very strong support levels. If you can see, we hold from the both side actually in silver pretty much these two key levels. We hold it here, also here, here, almost here as well. So I will not be surprised if we test it once more. Also, a triangle is one alternate wave count, but as long as this wave count works, I will keep it, because for now it serves us well in the last year, actually having this as a potential 5-way move in a diagonal manner as a C wave of this potential flat. So afterwards, with gold going up and dollar lower, we will look for a significant move up in silver up to 36.41 on the upside, and that will be most likely initiated by a first 5-way move from here or from these lows on the upside, small pullback, and then we might break these resistance levels for the move on the upside. So I'm going to become increasingly bullish on metals as we approach the end of 2021. Okay, guys, so let's switch to cryptos. First, I want to open the crypto space with some of the looks in regards of the Bitcoin dominance chart and also total market cap in cryptos. As we look the dominance chart, we were looking for a 5 waves up in a Bitcoin from this low. This 5-wave move most likely is definitely over in a double bottom or a small truncation. So from lows, we have a nice 5-wave move up. I think this correction in Bitcoin, which will give some advantage to alts for some time, is still on. As you can see from this highs here, we have a nice 5-wave move up. Now I think we are in some type of a B wave, move down in a C wave where the alts might continue a little bit more on the upside. And then from there, I think Bitcoin will start regaining this dominance in this C wave on the upside, and we will go then from there. So this is best to look on a short-term basis because I think in the next couple of maybe months we might see some type of a sideways WXY consolidation where we are going to switch between the Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin and alts changing its relation in this dominant chart more in a sideways kind of a consolidation than in something more abrupt on the upside or on the downside, and that will be my view as long as this last low holds around 40.08. Okay, so it's not, it's like 39.68. So I will just make a charts bigger so that you can look this. So if you switch on a smaller time frame, like a 4-hour, relatively for now, you can count 5 waves up. There is a push up in one, some type of a leading diagonal, pullback in two, then you have a nice 5 waves up in a wave 3, pullback in a wave 4, and clearly 5 waves up to complete this in the previous territory of the wave 4, which clearly act as a resistance. Now we have a 5 waves down in a wave A. We're going to see up in a wave B and a down and a move down in a wave C. So after every 5 wave, you can expect a 3-wave pullback, which I think it's actually going on here. Total market cap, I'm still undecided here. We might be in the last 5 move on the upside, looking this 3.5 trillion, or this will be a wave 1 of the higher levels. So I will wait a little bit more development here. This also on the end, as I think in a Bitcoin, we might also finish with some type of a triangulation. So I will leave this a little bit to rest. I think in any case, either we go down in a 4th wave and then starts to move up, crypto market cap in the next 2 years will definitely go higher, reaching 4.267 trillion US dollars. It will be a process, but definitely I don't see any major setbacks except these corrections, which might be relatively big if you look in the percent term, but in general we count this as a 1-2, and we are in some type of the orange wave 3, either completing here or a little bit higher, and it's not little bit because every move here is $1 trillion, so that's huge. So in general, I think market cap of all of the crypto space is very bullish. We might have some hiccups between these wave structures, but in general, on the end, I think we are going to reach 5 to 7 trillion in the next couple of years. So let me, of course, as always, look Bitcoin chart. So as you know, we are looking and we switched our bias a couple of weeks ago. On a bullish side. In a Bitcoin, we looked for a small correction, which already, maybe it's completed, maybe it has a little bit more to go. But as I said the last time, this will be the key levels to look. So from 72 to 81,000, it will be my very big focus and what the Bitcoin is going to do on these levels. We have distinctive two levels which we usually look when some assets class starting to move on the upside. That is 127 level, and there is also a higher Fib ratio of 3 versus 1, which comes around 83,000. So that will be my zone, which I think it's going to be a very key zone for the Bitcoin. If we start to roll over from here, we have to then look that this consolidation is still not over. It can be some type of a flat going down here, or we can spend a little bit more time in the triangle, because in triangles B wave can go above the previous high of the third wave. Okay, so I'm gonna stay bullish. I'm just gonna very cautiously track this bullishness, and if we go above 80, 85k, I think 100, 110, even 120k will not be so tough to reach for the Bitcoin on the upside. So I think between the pretty sizable new time highs, all-time highs in the Bitcoin, in front we just have these levels left. If they are breached on the upside, I think Bitcoin will go sizably higher above 100k in the next couple of months. In the case we start consolidating further, or we have some type of a five-wave move, these lower levels will keep as a very strong supports. I have made one more new level as a support level, that's a 50k. Second one, which is one of the strongest I think in a Bitcoin, will be the 40k level, and on the end we have a 30k on the downside. So if anything happens on the downside and we actually fail to go through these levels between 72 and 80k, I think we will definitely stop at one of these strong support levels. If we turn down, I don't think the first stop will be at 50k. This level of 50k basically serves me just to look this smaller time frame action. But if we see some type of a triangle or a flat, 40k will be a very strong resistance, and 30k depends on which type of a flat or a triangle we are going to see in a case we stop at this level. If we don't stop at this level, like we have it here, so 127 and 100% equality of A versus C on the upside comes at this zone, so expanded flat will go for 30k, and a running flat will stop around 40k before we turn on the upside. If we have a triangle, this will be a wave leg A down, B, C, D, and E, and then we will continue upside. So I'm going to stay pretty sizably bullish on a Bitcoin. In the case we actually go above these levels that I mentioned, the next target will be between 100 and 115. On the upside, we're going to see small pullback back down to this support at 80k, and then we can go further between 150 and 180k. On the upside, we have a couple of Fib ratios which are actually joining together between 150 and 180k. So I think this higher degree wave 3, if this is still in an impulsive move on the upside, will reach some of the relatively sizably higher level, doubling the price on the Bitcoin on the upside. So overall, everything is still looked through the bullish lenses. I switched my bullish or a neutral stance when I saw we are holding 40k. We are going to continue to watch this expansion on the upside, but we are going to be very careful at these levels around 72 to 81k on this attempt of a Bitcoin to expand further. So on a smaller time frame, we have to actually look this to be a smaller pullback. I don't know if this is still over. We came very close to equality, around 57k. We missed it a bit. This also might be some type of an X wave, and we go a little bit more complex here. I need to see clearly a 5 waves up breaching this previous B wave to confirm a further move up, which will actually reach this zone, um, which I've talked about, from 71 to 81K. If you look from there, if you count this as an A down in B and 5 waves up in C, this will be a definitely fourth wave. So you had a wave 1 and 2, very nice wave 3, move down in 4. This still can turn into a triangle, so you never know how these fourth waves are going to actually unfold, but definitely looking this wave structure either from 54, 55K, or immediately we might see a bullish move on the upside from Bitcoin, reaching these levels where I think we're going to see at least another test, or if we pass this test on the upside, this expansion of the Bitcoin price will continue successfully towards 100K. Let me just quickly look Ethereum for you, because I want to go and address your questions and comments. So the same thing in Ether. So I'm going to look in a bullish wave count. You can look this from a couple of sides. I will look for Ethereum to continue further higher. So this will be a wave 1 and 2. In the sense Bitcoin starts to stop around this level, we will have to actually also move up an Ethereum chart or a Ethereum wave count in this type of a 127 hold here around and close to 5,000, and then we're going to look this fourth wave to expand. Sorry about all of these lines and fib levels, but for now we are going to continue tracking this bullish wave count, which might get us, if the Bitcoin starts expanding towards 100K. I think for Ether there will be actually not a big problem to reach somewhere from 8 to 10K in the next move on the upside. So it is still within the range of the previous high. We are trading around it, and I really want to see what the Bitcoin will do here, because on Ether you can also place the same thing. You can actually watch price expand on the upside and also make with a higher B wave a nicer triangle here around 5,500. So I think this will be the next level to watch. So be careful when this expansion starts to move on the upside. I definitely see after this smaller correction is done 5,500 in hand, and I want to see what the Ether is going to do there. If we see the similar stuff and Ether actually fails to start expanding further from these levels, I think we're going to see a sizable correction down to this 3,500, forming some type of a triangle, or even a flat to the downside. The same in Bitcoin. So actually I think the story is the same. I'm not going to repeat it. Be careful around 71 to 80K in Bitcoin, and between 5,300 to 5,500 in the Ether. Any hesitation, any 5 waves down from there, any lack of strength on a further upside will be a warning sign that something else is happening. So yeah, let me see what is your comments, requests. Rukomi, thanks. He's actually warning me in Serbian that everything works and everything is, the sound is okay. Thank you very much, Rukomi. Hey, Marn, Marn is our client from Australia. Yeah, I forget to tell you, you can also check us out at tradinganalysis.com. We are full stock and crypto service. The guys are doing phenomenal work in stocks. We have Bennett and Terry leading the stock service. I'm leading the crypto service. So we also do a lot of live streams. We have one on Wednesday and Crypto Lab on Thursday. So cryptocurrency tab has a lot of features. We have a Discord where we have a very nice community of guys where we exchange charts. We have a multi-wave repository, which means that if you have a multi-wave, you can have my wave counts exactly as I do them through the cloud on the multi-wave of your multi-wave platform. We have a trading app. We do swing trade occasionally on the Bitcoin because of the liquidity, and we cover basically almost like, I don't know, 60-70 pairs in the crypto space. For our members, you actually can ask for coverage of any pair of your interest if you are members. So trial is 27 bucks, so you can try us out. Let me see what will be your requests. Oh yeah, Dogecoin and Shiba. Yeah, the two dogs. Yeah, so let's look Shiba. Actually, I found Shiba on my Binance account, so I will show you the overall wave count on Shiba. So there is a couple of things that we need to actually look here. We passed the equality. I was actually thinking and looking that we are going to have some type of a pullback in Shiba when we actually reach this equality, but actually Shiba denied my my look for a pullback and stormed through these levels like never before. So as you can see, equality is usually a stopping point either for a breakout or for a small pullback and then a breakout. Shiba was merciless here, starting to expand on the upside. We reached 1618, but looking the wave structure, you can treat this a couple of ways. So if you take the bullish wave count, which is definitely is on Shiba, you can consider this to be end of the wave 3, maybe consider this a pullback in a wave 4 and a continuation on the upside. So I think definitely Shiba will continue on the upside. You can count this as a 1-2, up in 3, small triangle in 4, and a very big up in a wave 5. Okay, but we have to take into consideration that this was also a possibility which I was really didn't expect, this pretty sizable expansion on Shiba. So I consider this to be a triangle. This also can be a wave 1 and this can be a wave 2 because the wave 3 character on the upside is pretty sizable and pretty vertical, which will actually mean that we are in the middle of a possible intermediary degree wave 3 on the upside. So I will look for an expansion potentially in a wave 5 here, which will mean that Shiba is just going to take a small pause, and actually after the small pause on the upside, a little bit more upside, a small pause in a wave 4, it's going to continue ramping on the upside, reaching potentially this 2.618 before this larger fourth wave correction comes. So I think between these two wave counts, which I've shown you, I'm going to switch one to another. Especially, I'm going to introduce and apply this one as my primary. If Shiba starts to continue a little bit more upside, if I give you some measurements, actually Shiba can reach on the upside pretty much a little bit higher. So I would just like to introduce 200 levels here, which will mean it will be something between 0.001093. So if we start to continue higher after a small consolidation, this will be the next level from where Shiba can undergo a severe correction in this wave 4 and then continue even higher in this wave 3 to reach overall 2618 on the upside. Okay, so Shiba probably will stay bullish, so pay attention on the current price action. If it starts expand further from here, not reaching this and testing this equality levels here, that will mean actually that Shiba is going to continue its run on the upside. We are in the midst or very close to the end of the lesser degree third wave. We're going to see a small pullback and Shiba will continue on the upside. So if you took your profits, or I have a couple of friends which actually exited on my looking of this equality. It was not a right call that I made. So usually what I do in these situations, when you actually expect maybe a further expansion, you can, if you are positions from here, you can just leave your stops with the small corrections on the 4-hour chart. So you can have a kind of a stance to give a leeway from equality where the price might expand higher. So I'm going to do the same here. If Shiba stays sideways, continue higher, the next level will be this one for a pullback, which is going to offer another chance for the fifth wave of the third wave levels, which will be close to 0.000148 on the upside, from where I will expect a sizable correction before we go in the wave 5 and actually fulfill a first 5-wave move on the upside. I think it's similar situation in a Dogecoin. So these two are popular. I have a higher degree wave count on a Dogecoin. Usually I look a weekly chart. So I think the Dogecoin is in some type of a wave 3 on the upside, as you can see here. So let me just remove this, and if you can look the wave count, clearly there is a 5 waves up, 3 waves pullback, and we are now in the midst of the orange wave 3 on the upside. I think this consolidation potentially is maybe done in this triangle on the smaller time frame. We need to see 5 waves up to confirm that. So this is still not confirmed, as you can see. So this will be a wave base channel actually here, which actually will give a nice hold of this support. Let me just do that again. And yeah, so it was a nice hold here, a breakout, and now we have a consolidation. I will not be surprised if the Bitcoin doesn't succeed to pass these levels, that Dogecoin actually tests these levels lower, okay, in this wave 4. But if Bitcoin starts to move on the upside, I think Dogecoin will follow, and then this smaller triangle on a smaller degree, which I have here, might be potentially over, and we might start to go on the next level for Dogecoin. I will show you that level that I have. So this will be around let's say 1 to 118 will be the next target, even up to 4.5 on the upside. I think that will be the next target. So I think this post triangle trust, if we succeed to make 5 waves up from here, then definitely I will anchor this wave for here. I will look for a pullback and then a continuation up towards 1 and potentially a little bit above. But overall, if you look the whole chart, Dogecoin is going to stay on the bullish side. If we take some fib extension or projection, as we call it, levels, 1618 is around 4, which will actually match some of the levels if the Bitcoin goes pretty sizably on the upside. As we talked, that will be the high of the wave 3. We will see then a very big consolidation in a wave 4, and then a final push up in a wave 5. So Dogecoin is definitely still stays in the bullish path. We crossed the equality, and definitely if we see another leg on the upside, that will be a confirmation that after a pullback, Dogecoin will stay in the next couple of years pretty sizably bullish on the upside. Okay guys, so I hope this works well in that respect, what we see on Doge and Shiba. Let me see your comments. Alchemist, hello Alchemist, good morning, how are you? Oleg, hello Oleg, thank you for the Dobar dan on Serbian. Livy, hey Livy K, would love to hear about Solana and ADA. Ahmed wants MATIC, One and TFuel, Binance Coin from Morn, Algo, FTM USD from AGLM. Okay guys, so let's move and look a couple of other guys. So ADA actually reached my levels of 1.8, and all depends what the Bitcoin will do. I will give you a couple of views I have on ADA. Actually, I was looking for ADA to reach 1.8, which I think it did. actually 1.85. I was looking for that levels in our members last webinar. Because ADA was looking really sideways. I think I talked about that last time on a crypto lab. So we actually came exactly to these levels, which gives equality to this complex correction. What I need to see in ADA, in order to consider this to be a bullish reversal and ADA continuation, I need to see a 5 waves up from here, which will climb and actually test these previous highs, which are around 310. Okay. Otherwise, if I see a 3 waves up while the Bitcoin is actually failing to sustain its relative strength on the upside on this mentioned level around 80 to 72 to 80, I will have to look ADA to be more bearish, but just temporarily. Okay, so we will see. I have to track. I have to see a confirmation. I'm still not sure that this is end of this wave 2. All depends what will happen with Bitcoin on that levels. But in general, any 5 waves up from here will actually put me to be very bullish on ADA towards the levels between 5 and 7 in the next couple of months. Okay, so I'm waiting the reaction from here. We have seen a small one. So far, we reached our level that we have been looking for a couple of weeks now to 1.9, 1.8, and let's see what is going to unfold from there. RSI daily is pretty good. It's actually touched the reversal levels, which you can see here. So potentially this might be a bullish reversal, but let's see. We will see, are we going to see a confirmation on this chart after this correction is potentially done. Okay, so let me look some other guys. So guys, just put one. There is no time for all of the levels that we all of the charts that we go through, because there is other people as well. TFuel, I didn't look for TFuel for a long time. TFuel is in a fourth wave. Let me just yeah, so this is pretty relatively simple wave count for now. So there is wave 1 and 2, some type of wave 3. So TFuel is going to go higher according to this wave count. So I think we are in some type of wave 4 consolidation here, and we are going to continue higher. Either this will be a triangle, or it will be something of more A up in B, down in C, down to these 0, 11 levels, from where potentially we will see a new move on the upside. But definitely one of these corrections will outplay here, but this is just a fourth wave, and TFuel is going to stay on a route for higher levels, maybe something around 1.2 to 2 on the upside. Okay, no problem, Livey, that you entered. Just let's see if this is going to hold. I mean, good. That was a good entry that we looked, but it needs to develop 5 waves up from there so it can continue. Let me see some other. Morn wants Binance coin. Binance coin, Morn. Okay, so let's look Binance coin and what is going on. I think Binance coin, we stayed and we hold the bullish wave count in Binance coin, so it still starts to develop higher. We have a 1-2, possibly another 1-2. So one of the levels which will be crucial for the Bitcoin will be also tested on other altcoins. In that respect, if this fourth wave isn't over, we will go a little bit higher, around 760, 640, where we're gonna maybe slide and turn more sideways or a little bit more down in this possible flat. But for now, I think Binance Coin looks good. I will look this as a first 5 waves up, small correction. So I will say that supports around 375, or from here we might see a further expansion on the upside. So for now, Binance Coin behaves exactly as we thought it's going to do. After we saw this potential low, we have counted this as a 5 waves up, 3 waves pullback, exactly to equality. So measured move, as you can see here, A up in B, down in C. We are seeing a 5 waves up, pretty nice from these lows, some type of a flat maybe in a wave 2, and maybe Binance Coin is en route to break these previous highs and actually see an expansion in the wave 3 of the wave 3 in the higher time frame. We are seeing a higher degree wave 3 in the Binance Coin reached, of course, if the Bitcoin starts to penetrate these levels that we talked about. But from there, as in a Bitcoin, as in Ether, and is very this blue chip alts, we are seeing a big pullback after that. Let's go one wave at a time. So for now, we are going to stay on a bullish path for the Binance Coin. Okay, guys. So let me see what others. MATIC, yeah, MATIC still stay bullish. We were also bullish on MATIC. So I'm going to stay bullish as this price starts to expand on the upside, which I like to see. So we have seen a wave 1 and 2, and then a smaller 1, 2. We are trying to put some verticality to break the previous all-time highs. On MATIC, still possible. As I said on a Bitcoin, if we see a price stalling and reversal in the Bitcoin, that will be definitely on MATIC as well, testing this 0.5 again. But for now, this is not the case. So until I see some stalling in the MATIC on the upside, but that will be actually appear around 2.6 or 3.2. So we have still a nice upside before any test of these higher levels might occur. And we are going to stay bullish for now until we see any sign of potential reversal on weakness in this area. If we break this area, MATIC will actually follow a 5-wave move path, reaching some of the levels between 5 and 6, or a little bit higher on this primary degree wave 3 target. So still looks very good. Okay, guys, so yeah, let me look a couple of more and then we can close this up. Algorand, I think we already had a wave count on Algo. I don't know. Okay, let's look. Algorand. Yeah, still in some consolidation, so I think most likely this will be my levels to watch at 1.25. We are trading 1.8. Looks type of a triangle-ish here for this last sequence on the upside. So I will say this is still a 3-wave move. I mean, it can be a triangle, still ongoing, maybe even finished very soon, or we are going to see a little bit more downside. I will not place for now this wave 3 here. But if the Bitcoin fails on this level, I will have to. Otherwise, there will be no solution to count this impulsively. Okay, so I still think that this implies we're gonna go higher. So you need to watch what is going to happen around 240 to 280 upon this breakout on the upside. Okay, on Algo. And we have FTM, and that will be the last one. Yeah, we're gonna look Uniswap. Philip, let's look FTM. Yeah, Phantom is still going towards our target. I have two targets for Phantom. It is in a fifth wave because these two waves have similar legs on the upside. Fifth wave on the Phantom can be expanded, which we usually see in commodities. So I will watch what the Phantom is doing on a first target, which is around 6.98. If we start to break that, I will look to massively higher levels in Phantom, even close to, let's say, 45 to 50. Okay, it is a pretty big statement to say because we are trading in 3. But I want to see what the Phantom does at this first target, which I have it at almost 7. So if this appears to be a wave 5, then Phantom will undergo a sizable correction down to this previous wave 4, or even a little bit lower, and then it might continue further on the upside. Okay, so this will be a higher degree than wave 1 or A, down in B, up in C, or a third wave. But on a short-term basis, meaning the next couple of months, I will look definitely what is going to happen at the 6, because if we pass 6 impulsively, something like in Shiba move up manner, that will mean we're going to go substantially higher for reaching these higher levels, because equality between the 1 and 3 when you have an impulsive wave count implies that this length in a third wave, which should be pretty sizable, and the most biggest part of the wave didn't actually unfold, and it will unfold in a fifth wave. Okay, so look for 6.9 at least, and if you penetrate it, and if the price penetrates this aggressively on the upside, look even for higher levels. Yeah, let's look Uniswap. Yeah, I would say Uniswap is in some type of the wave 4. We look this as a wave 1 and 2, up in 3, 4, and 5. So for me, Uniswap is still bullish. I just have to look which type of the wave structure this will do. If the wave 4 is still over, or it is still ongoing on a fair. I think we had some type of a triangle here in Uniswap, so I think it's still pretty much bullish on the upside. I expect a breakout, but I have to, in the case that Bitcoin actually does not move and pass 72 to 80 zone, then we might see Uniswap goes in a bit more of a correction, but overall it is bullish. Okay, I'm gonna stay bullish on Uniswap. I think it's gonna go pretty sizably higher. If I count this kind of making a hypothesis that the Bitcoin actually will surpass 81K without problems, we will have to become increasingly bullish on Uniswap, because this will be a wave 1 and 2, and we have a lesser degree 1, 2 actually now starting this fifth wave on the upside, with some targets around from 70 to 90 on the upside. In the case Bitcoin lag, this will definitely go a little bit more upside if the Bitcoin rises. We will stay in some type of a triangle, or this will be an ABC, some type of an X wave, and we will see a little bit more lower levels in Uniswap before we go higher. So this is definitely wave 4. We just have to see the rest sentiment for the Uniswap in regards of the other alts, and of course Bitcoin. For me, I have this bullish now with our members. Of course, this is the levels which I need Uniswap to hold, which is around 18. We are trading 25, so maybe a small pullback and continuation on the upside. I want to see these highs taken out at 44 in a clear, very vertical levels, a very vertical price action, because if you have this as a 1-2, 1-2, wave 3 should be pretty much very strong, very sizable, and very vertical on the upside. If I don't see that, if I see a hesitation, like a very 45 degree levels price action, I will conclude and be very careful that Uniswap still didn't finish this wave 4 and that we might undergo something of a more downside, maybe even in a triangle, and then go on the upside. So all depends how the next levels on the upside will develop. Are they going to be vertical, or they're going to be like of a more sideways 45 degrees movement, kind of dragging its feet out? Remember guys, whenever you have or if you have the Elliott wave as your primary methodology, you need to see something like this in a wave 3, which was actually will be something a very decisive price action, and that will actually we are going to expect here, because whenever the wave 3, this is the larger degree wave 3 here, it is going to be developing on a smaller time frame, but nevertheless, even if you see wave 3s on a smaller time frames, they are very vertical, they're very strong, no hesitation, kind of a force in itself. So we need to see that very soon to develop. Amit, I think we finished already. I will just look one of yours because, as I said, please just put one, not many of them. I'm still gonna stay bullish on Serum. I'm still looking for some type of developments here in a potential leading diagonal or a 1-2, maybe even another 1-2. So for now, I look this as a corrective pullback with a little bit more lower levels. Maybe RSI comes pretty sizably close to this 29 from where the next time we have seen this rise. So I'm gonna stay bullish on Serum. In the worst case scenario, if the Bitcoin doesn't surpass 72, I'm gonna add most likely around the previous next 4 levels, which will be around I think 2.17. Okay, so this will be my worst case scenario for Serum. I'm gonna stay relatively bullish because the leading diagonals are pretty bullish structures. Okay, so I think this is what is going on here. Depends of how the whole crypto space will work, but anyhow, I think sooner than later we might see either a sizable pullback if the Bitcoin doesn't hold. If Bitcoin starts to move up above 81k, I think Serum will start to have a sizable move on the upside. Okay, so all depends what will happen in the next couple of weeks. But nevertheless, even if Bitcoin goes down and Serum goes down, I will still try to be, from my perspective and my holdings on it, because I think I will just cost average the price, because even from 2.17, Serum is going to become bullish. So it all depends what will happen in the next couple of weeks. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you on the attention. So you can visit us at Trading Analysis, hit the like button for us, and of course, see you next week. Just as a reminder, we are going to be very careful what the Bitcoin does at 71 to 982k. For the remainder of thing, we stay bullish. This correction might be over, or we have X a little bit more prolonged. So we will see what is going to happen here. Are we going to put a clear 5 waves up or not? But overall, we are going to stay bullish up to 71.82k, and from there, let's see what is going to happen. So see you guys next week. Stay well, trade well, manage your risk, and hit the like button for Crypto Lab with Alex. Bye bye, guys. Stay healthy.